What's up everybody, this is Rob Shack, so tuned in the next video on my Gran Turismo 4 walkthrough of the All Japan GT Championship. We are in Hong Kong using the Nissan 350Z LM concept race car. This is Hong Kong All Japan GT Championship, the classic race from GT3, but we are in it in Gran Turismo 4 with updated lineup, a couple of new cars, the newer ones, so be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. We are hoping to get there by the end of the year, and we're doing good. 8% of my viewers are subbed, which is still low. I would love to get that number up, but you know, for now, I'm pumped. So we are in the All Japan GT Championship. Hong Kong is a beautiful circuit, which I don't think really comes back after this one. Gran Turismo 4 had a lot of beautiful circuits that they like spent all this time creating, only to then like never really use them again. There's a whole long list of them, and there's a lot of like the special circuits that just like are in a weird spot in the later games, or they just are gone completely. It's really strange. But Hong Kong is beautiful. It's probably Hong Kong based in 2005 time, or maybe 2004 and 3, but it's so pretty. It's a great course. Very technically difficult. Obviously you have a lot of long straights with a bunch of very tight corners that you get really slow in, and in a course like this, it's probably just going to pay off for me to hang back for a while, let the dust kind of settle with everybody, and then I'm going to try to make some clean passes here. Again, I ruined the Castro Toms last race, so I'm going to not do anything this race. I want them all to be close near the end of the game, like final races here, and that's what we're trying to do, which is why I was like trolling everybody at the beginning, and now we're at the place where I'm like, okay, we're late in the game, so let's try to actually like keep it interesting here. Savani, Nismo, and the Hiroto are near each other, as well as the Loctite and the Ray Rig were all in this giant dog pile of people. And then the Castro Toms is a mile ahead of everybody. So once we get, if we get too far, I will just have to make a pass, and it'll be fine. But for now, I'm just going to kind of hang back, try to play this clean. I don't want to hit anybody. I probably will end up hitting somebody because they just drive ghost paths, and if I'm even remotely close to them, they just ignore me and try to push me out of the way. It's pretty funny. But I will try not to like slam anybody or do anything like that. Again, this is a very difficult course to make passes on, which is why I don't feel like doing anything. This Savani Nismo GTR is easily the best car in this lineup. Probably the second fastest being the multiple pit work Z, which isn't here. But I think having Savani Nismo is more than enough, and it's noticeable how much faster he is when he's not stuck behind other people, which he is right now. Let's see if I can like, I just don't know. It's hard to even conceptualize making a pass on some of these corners because it's so tight. And like obviously once they start to get bunched up, I would just be stuck in the middle of all these people, and I'm like, I don't want to be stuck in the middle of them, because then it just throws off the AI's rhythm and stupid stuff happens and passes get done that shouldn't get done at the wrong time, and I'm like, I just want to see them do it on their own without me having to get involved, which I've obviously done a bunch so far, but I want to try to not do that forever. So that's what we're kind of trying to do here. Obviously the GTR is eventually going to try to get through, but maybe he will, but again, I feel like if I do anything, it will mess it up, so I'm trying to not do anything. But obviously, yeah, the Castro Toms is starting to pull away here, so we're gonna have to make a move kind of quick here. What I may do is just kind of swing around the outside right here when the Savani Nismo inevitably breaks late, and then bumps into the back of him right here. So let's try to like work around the outside here. Alright, that actually worked pretty good. I didn't think that would. And then of course he comes barreling into the back of me, which is fantastic, but we're fine. Now we're going to make a pass on the Hiroto here. Try to not bump into the back of the Loctite here. And then let's try to get past him on the inside here. That was also pretty clean. And then let's try to get past the Ray Rig. It'll be a little bit easier because for some reason, as I've said in all my past videos of this series, the Ray Rig is randomly really slow. I don't know why. They just decided to make the Ray Rig like in the Arda and the Castro Mugen just like not as good. It's very weird, but they did. So yeah, there we go. Passed all four of them very clean, as I could be. I wouldn't say that was very clean, but they were just bunching up, and it was going to be ugly no matter what. And I wanted to make sure I had plenty of time to catch up to the Castro Toms because, you know, he'd gotten pretty far ahead. Like, I wasn't super concerned, but I was like, I'm starting to get a little bit worried. And, I mean, he's still 4 seconds ahead of me at this point, so I'm trying to catch up to him. But so far, so good. And everybody else is just bunched up together. I just brake. That was way too late of a break there, but we're fine. But yeah, once they all get bunched up at that one corner, for sure. It gets really hilarious when they do that. But it seems, I mean, it'll be pretty obvious to know if the Ray Rig is still in front, because if the Ray Rig is still in front, you can also maybe see, but it's just not worth it to look back, because even just the thought of doing that, I broke too late there. So we'll know if somebody passes him because they start to pull way far away. If they don't pull away, then that means it's still the Ray Rig. But it looks like somebody has successfully overtaken the Ray Rig, which is crazy. It's probably one of the first times I've seen an overtake. Yeah, that's definitely somebody has passed the Ray Rig. I'm kind of hoping it's the Loctite because, you know, he is the slowest of the three, and I'd be curious if there's like actual like battles between everybody here, but I kind of doubt that's going to happen. So for now, the Castro Toms is so going to get second. I doubt that anybody is going to catch up to him in time. It just seems like there's no way. We did a 117. This lap is not looking good, but we're going to try to get some NOS in there, get a little bit faster, maybe recover our time again. Of course, as we brake way too late on that corner again, the little number blinking is way too late on that corner. It's now very obvious to me, no doubt, that somebody has passed the Ray Rig, but everybody else seems to still be stuck behind him. The Ray Rig is fast, but it is just such a bummer that for some reason the NSX JGTC cars are kind of in a weird spot in this game where they're just not very fast. It's a bummer because they shouldn't be slow, but for some reason they are, or they were wrong in Gran Turismo 3. Again, I don't know what it could have been, but it's strange that they did it this way. But yeah, we're pulling away from the Castro Toms now, trying to hit the apex, which we didn't do there, but we're just going to try to stay good, try to improve our lap time every single time, break out a little bit of NOS every time. Again, Hong Kong is a great course. I love this course. I think it's very challenging, but yet fun, you know? Some of the courses, like the Nordschleifer is challenging, but because it's long. This course is challenging because it's technical. I like the technical circuits. The only thing I would like about this course is a little bit more of a straight for overtaking. But and again, that's what makes this level really interesting, is that the AI don't really overtake very well, except for this one mystery car who we'll find out at the end who it was. Because they will be, there's probably no way anyone else is going to get close to that person, even by now. I don't know. But it's pretty great. We are racing, obviously, the Loctite, the Hiroto, which is a new car. The Savani Nismo is a new car as well. Actually, so is the Castro Tom Supra. It's the 2001 model, which was, I think, the final year of a Castro Tom's Supra. They did it for a while, and they were very successful. And I think 2001 was the least successful, and that's why they kind of stopped. But it's fine that they did that. So we're just going to keep trying to ride this out. That was a terrible turn. But yeah, we've so far still beat it. I don't think we're going to beat this lap time because that was pretty terrible. I have to do a lot of very perfect driving, and we're just bouncing off of everything right now. So it's not looking like we're going to beat this lap time. We'll see. But we'll just keep on rolling here. And we'll just right there, hit that apex as best as we can, try to recover some time here. It looks to me like everybody else is still behind the Ray Rig. I actually think I will assume right now, maybe I'm wrong, that that is not the Stellani Nismo that's in front, because he seems like he's not losing the Ray Rig fast enough, unless they've all passed the Ray Rig now, which is very possible. It's very possible. Again, because what happens in this game is once one car makes a pass, everybody else kind of falls apart, and it just works out that way. It's pretty funny, honestly. So, we'll see though. Again, this is just a very fun game, very enjoyable to race through this game. I love this game, and it's very enjoyable to play through. It's not nearly as replayable as Gran Turismo 3, but I think that's fine. I do think that that game has a special place in my heart for the AI is also, and the AI is hilarious in that game. with GT4, it's just so professional. It almost this is 4 is the first game that felt like it was no longer an arcade racer. Like, obviously there are arcade racers in gaming now. There's Forza, there's a whole bunch of other ones, all the Mario Karts and Crash Team Racings and all that are technically arcade racers and stuff like that. But Gran Turismo 3, like, felt like it was a hybrid of a real driving simulator and an arcade racer up until 3. And then once 4 came out, it was like, no, we're all into this. We're all into the simulator, and they nailed it though. 4 is clean. It's a great game. But yeah, it definitely is no. There was a shift at GT4, but 4 had the content to make up for it. 5 did not, and so most people don't like 5 that I know of. Some people like it because it is the first game that was a major upgraded graphics in the interior cars and stuff like that, and more racing on the road, more AIs on the race track. Every circuit is a big plus as well, but I'm like, yeah, how are you going to top the OG3, you know? And even 4 kind of counts as well, even though it definitely is more sim racing over the classic kind of arcadey sim that is GT3, 2, and for sure 1. But again, 1 was the trademark. They had to make that game be the way it was, because if they made it too professional, they wouldn't have made sequels, you know? So I'm glad that they did not do that. They made 1 very arcadey and very fun. 2 was a little bit more professional. 3 continuation, and then 4 was where they just hit their stride. I think 4, if I had to assume, I haven't seen this interview or something, but if Kazunori, I bet he loves 4, because 4 is the like perfect blend. And I think after that, it's just kind of like they were down a track with 5 and 6, and I think 5 was the worst version of that. And then Sport obviously is a totally different direction with the PvE angle, the PvP angle. I apologize. And I think that's what makes the Gran Turismo series is just so fascinating, honestly, with the way they do their games. But all right, so we'll see who this is, and it is the Loctite. Ooh, and then the Scavani Nismo just managed to pass the Raybrig right there at the last second. That's pretty good. So Raybrig struggled that race, as I kind of expected, but we'll have to watch. I'll watch the replay, show how he falls apart. We'll get it going. Okay, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoy these. This is a lot of fun to play through. Let's see how our points are doing here. Raybrig and Castro Toms are tied. Scavani Nismo is in 4th, and then, boy, it drops off a little bit after that. Poor Scavani and Hiroto. It's not looking good for that dude, but we'll get this going. Thank y'all for watching. I'll probably just show this from the Castro or the Raybrig's perspective, because he's the only one who saw action. So thank y'all for watching. Peace.